Stars win. Let's go. Not much has changed lineup-wise. Zadorov is back for Colorado after leaving halfway through in Game 3. But let's get into it. The first period, Colorado gets a power play 2 minutes into the game, and already I'm like, no, not good. This is not what you want. You don't want them to come back into the series and tie it up. You don't want that, obviously. And this is not a good start. But the Stars would kill it. Didn't even allow a shot on it. And then you get 5.5 minutes in, and I noticed that neither team still had a shot. Like, that's each team was basically like, oh, you have the puck? Boom! Like, it was both ways. It was hit first, shoot later, pretty much. And then shortly after that, Stars do get their first shot, and Klinger actually followed up the rebound and potted it home. Stars get the 1-0 lead on their second shot. It was like 6.5 minutes into the game. And then Dallas would go on another power play, and Hintz would take a shot from kind of, you know, where Sagan usually is. And he fired one, didn't quite get through, but Fox picks it up right down front. He shows a little bit of hands, and he pulls it out and tucks it in past Francouz's pad. That's 2-0. Colorado still shotless. And Miro had the secondary assist on that. So now he's at a franchise record for points by a D-man. Sole record. Dallas will go on the power play again. And this time, your boy Ben pots one home with the tip from Radulov's point shot. And now it's 3-0. And the shots were 9-0 for Dallas. Colorado would get on another power play. So there was 8:43 left when Colorado got another power play. So I was like noting that they didn't have a shot at this point, because I figured that they were going to have one afterwards. However, that wasn't the case. Dallas didn't let them get really anything going, and they just kept clearing it out. With 4.5 minutes left, it appeared that Colorado would get their first shot. However, it looked like Doby kind of gloved it, and it may have been going wide, so they didn't even count it as a shot. So Colorado remains shotless still, with 4.5 minutes left to go in the first period. 1:34, Doby's first actual save is a crazy belly slide, like pad save, desperation looking. But he keeps Colorado off the board there. Colorado would also start firing a little bit and put a couple more on net to end the period. Start second. It's kind of how it left off in the first, like for the last little bit. And Doby's continuing to make good save after good save. And then Dallas goes on the power play. And then Ben takes a penalty. So then it's a 4-on-4. And then nothing would happen out of that 4-on-4. Dallas would get another power play, that'd get killed. And then former Dallas star, Valeri Nichushkin, has Makar rip one from the point. And Nichushkin gets the rebound. He slaps it, slides under Doby's pad, tugs it home. Now it's 3-1 game. So now I'm nervous, because this has been a one streaky and crazy series. You never know what's going to happen. And then McKinnon and Perry were kind of racing for the puck. I honestly really don't know what to make out of this play, because it appears McKinnon got there first, but not by a lot. But right as he touches the puck, he blows his shoulder into Perry's face. I don't know if Perry was acting a little bit or not, but it looked like he briefly got knocked out, for maybe a second and a half. Unless that was just him acting. I honestly don't know with him. I really don't. He either could be good at acting, or he actually got his bell rung, because it wasn't a soft hit. Because it was, McKinnon is not a small guy. That's the big guy with a big shoulder and a lot of force hitting you in the head. It's probably not gonna feel good. He would play the rest of the game, end up getting killed off, and then on a delayed penalty, Stars end up taking another penalty. So Como and Alexiak both go off at the same time. So there's a 5-on-3 for 2 full minutes with 36 seconds left in the second period. Colorado would make quick work of it, honestly. 11 seconds in, Makar would pot one home, and it's 3-2. And they still have another power play for 5-on-4. We would get out of the rest of the second period. We'd go into the third with Colorado still on that power play. It was notable the Stars were making me a little bit nervous. They would kill the rest of that off, though, which was huge. And then Dallas would go on another power play with 14:30 left in the third. After a mad scramble in front, I don't know how it stayed out. but it goes to the corner. Kick back up to Klingberg, who gives it to Hintz, who has Bellemare come diving at him and sprawl out with the stick, and Hintz is like, whoop, toe drag, and then fires one right past the glove of Francouz. Gives us a 2-goal lead. I'm breathing a little bit again, and then I'm writing this down in my little notebook, and before I can even get that done, the commentators were reading off who was assisting and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden, Alfred Gurionov scores! I'm like, what? Look, see the replay go on. Oh, poor Makar. He goes behind the net, handoff from Francouz, and he's just skating forward and just kind of went to stick handle it and bobbled it, bounced over his stick, went through Francouz in the crease, and there's Gurionov who slaps it in past a backwards Francouz because he's trying to figure out why Makar's like, ah! You know, so that's fortunate, and now it is 5-2. Also notable, the power play that Hintz scored on in the third, Stars had 7 shots on that power play. And after Gurionov's goal, they would pull Francouz, put Hutch in. So at this point I'm thinking, we need to fire pucks. Like, we gotta go. He's been notably shaky for the last few years of his career. And if we can rattle him, that'd be great. And we honestly may need it, because this is Colorado we're talking about. And then Nichushkin would kind of skate in. He crossed the blue line, went to fire one on net, and went off the heel of Ben's stick. And then the laces of his skate. And then on net, and hit the post, or went in the net. Now, if that isn't some crazy Nichushkin kind of puck luck for him, I don't know, because there was a couple pucks that got past Dobie today. They were like all deflections, hard to read. So now it's 5-3, and once again, I'm nervous. Hush would get pulled with 3 minutes to go. Colorado would keep pouring on pressure. Dobie looks good, and with 2.6, which got changed to 3.6 seconds left in the third, Mestikov scores off of Sagan's stick past Hudobin to make it a 5-4 game. So really, it was 5-3, but it was a 5-4. Just to kind of give Hudobin's stats a little bit of a slap. Hudobin ended up saving 33 of 37 for an .892 save percentage. So that last goal knocked him below 900. Francouz went 26 shots against, and he saved 21 for an .808, and Hutch saved 3 of 3. The shots on goal in the first period, they were actually 10-0 at one point for Dallas, and they finished 10-5. So Colorado ended up finishing with 5 shots in that final minute and a half stretch of the first period. So I was a little nervous there, but we got out of that. The second period, however, were 17-8 for Colorado, and the third period was 15-11 for Colorado, for a final of 37-29. The faceoffs were fairly even at 27-26 in favor of Dallas. The power plays were in favor of Dallas, with Dallas going 3 for 6 and the Avalanche going 1 for 5. The hits were in favor of Dallas, 47-36. So even though this game started slow and very hard hitting, it didn't end up with such high hit totals as the last couple have. Could be attributed because there was a couple-day break in there, so maybe their tempers settled down a little bit. So, but we'll see. They back-to-back. It might be extra crazy. Might not. Who knows? The series is crazy itself. You don't really know what's going to happen. Your third star was Cale Makar with 1 goal and 1 assist. Your second star was Roope Hintz with 1 goal and 1 assist. And your first star, Radek Faksa, with 1 goal and 2 assists. He had a really good game. It seemed like he could have had even a couple more goals. Like, he was finding himself in great spots today. I'm gonna leave it there. If there's anything I missed, leave it down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. And I'll see you after Game 5.